Hello and welcome to another video tutorial. This is really just part 2 of tips and tricks in Storyteller. Alright, so last time we covered quite a few settings that we have, but there's still a lot more left. Now let's look at, well, we have covered the media node, we've covered the chaining color. Now let's take a look at our link node manager here. Well, our character link manager. So let's say we have two scenes, which we do have. There's the my scene and name scene. So let's go into the name scene here, and we have a second character in this scene with the same name, Ter, which is a really bad name. Let's click this little link here. Actually, let's delete this character and do it over again. We're going to create a character. And okay, so now we have an issue. So let me just put this here quickly and go back to the my scene. So we have this character here, but how do we get this character over into this scene without having to recreate the character again? That's quite simple. You just click this link button here and it shows you a list of all your characters, and then you select the character which you want to be linked to, and now that character is now connected to this character, with the character in the my scene being the parent character. So all the information that the parent character has, the child character now has. It's really just the same character. So that's the character link manager. So we have the same chaining color. Now, if you pull out a chain, if you pull out a chain like this, you just hit escape to deselect it. You can double click this image area here, and it'll open up a nice image area for you. You can then place in a character image to represent your character. We automatically process the image you've selected, and then we cut it out into a nice round shape, and then we'll place that into the image for you. Now let's try it. Let's do it again. All right. So double clicking and trying to set the character image on this particular character node just will not work. So we'd have to go back to the parent character here. We give this character an image, just like that, and then the child character will also share the image. So that's how you pass along the information. And so if you go into story here, which is story info settings, and we go to character, we see that we only have this one Ter. I just can't say this name. Let's give him another name. Tom. Yeah, that's much better. Yeah, so we only have this one Tom character. And if we go back to overview, we see that we still only have this one character, even though we do have two characters, but it's really just the same character, just in different scenes. All right, let's go back to the my project, and I'm gonna have to rename that too because I hate seeing the my project. Now, let's say that you have a really long connection to make in your project. You're doing a complex game flow diagram, but you don't want to have a bunch of these chains being stretched all across your screen, which will make things confusing for you. So we just create this really simple node called the link node. You just hook up a chain to your link node here, and then you hook up another link node to whatever node you want to pass that information to, and then you just click the link, and just like with the character link manager, the link node Link Manager is the same way. You find the node you want to link to and you click it and you link to it. And you can link or break your link connection just by clicking the same link button here. So let's reconnect to that and we're fine. So if we were to go ahead and I'm going to make I think I already have a media node, but I'm just going to make a new media node here. And I'm going to play this. So we're going to pass through the link and we're just going to jump to the next node here, and that's that. All right, in the context menu again, so we've already shown you timeline. Let's open up timeline one more time. All right, that's automatically playing, so that's a bug. That's literally just a bug that needs to be fixed. I'm just gonna play stop. Gonna have to fix that, definitely. All right, so in the timeline again, there's something else that we can do here. So we can just see, this is 1 dialog, this is 13 action routed through to 6 action, and then we're over here onto a dialog node. So moved over here to a dialog node, but what we can do here is that on dialogs we can actually change the dialog by double clicking on the node itself and then changing the text right from in here. And we can click off of it to reset that. And then we can also select our nodes from in here, and if we hit Control forward arrow, we can automatically generate a new node from inside of the timeline itself. And of course, because it's auto time text dialog, we actually have to enter text to generate the timing based on the dialog which we've entered. Toggling between text mode and voiceover mode. So just hit this button here to toggle between text mode and that voiceover mode. And to do voiceover recordings, same as I've shown in the previous videos, you simply double click the microphone here, do your voice recording like this. Sample voice recording. You just hit the stop button here. It saves it out into your audio project folder, and then you can play that back. All right, let's make it louder. All right, sure you've heard that now. All right, switch back. Now the screen recorder is really making this move slowly. All right, now on to our route node. So as I mentioned before, route nodes are very important for creating things like a telltale game and game flow diagrams. It's the most important node when it comes to creating projects like those. Now it's also very easy to use. So if you have 2 outcomes and 1 action or event, an action or dialogue which determines what result will come off that action or dialogue, then you can just use the route node here to set which one will be triggered based on that action or dialogue. So currently the route node is saying that whatever happens here, this will be the outcome. But if you want this to be the outcome here, we just flip the switch and automatically our timeline is regenerates the story flow, And now this becomes our main story, and then we can branch out from there. All right, and then we can just switch back. There we are. Now let's see what else haven't I covered. Let's right click, go into the context menu again. And we've covered the delete selected node. We haven't covered copy, cut, paste, or reset pan. Let's do reset pan really quickly. So once you click reset pan, it resets your, let's say for example, you're lost on your canvas for some reason and you can't find your way back. There are two things that you can do. Actually, there are several things that you can do. You can either select something from inside of your timeline here and click on what it's connected to or what's connected to it. So we can go to the 13 action node by clicking it, and that takes us right back to our canvas, to the 13 action node. Now if you want to go right back to the beginning of the canvas, we right click and go down to reset pan, and that takes us right back to the beginning. Or what we can do, if we're lost on our canvas, we can also click on our character name here, and that takes us right back to our character. And you can also use reset pan. All right. Now it's time to cover the copy, cut, and paste. So let's copy some stuff. Let's right click, do group select. We're going to copy all of this, and we're not even going to paste it inside of the same story project. We're going to go into a completely different project in a completely new scene, and we're going to put this inside of that scene. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to click copy selected node. Now cut would work the same way, but it would just delete them after it cuts it. Now let's right click and go into projects. Then let's go to the stone project here. And then let's create a new scene. So open that scene. I'm going to right click and then we're going to click paste node. And just like that, all of our nodes have been pasted in and everything looks good. So it's that easy to use the copy and paste. But there's still a lot that needs to be fixed up. But now you've gotten a better overview of the settings that are in the Storyteller. If I've forgotten anything, I'll update it later. But that should cover all of the functions of the Storyteller so far. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next videos when hopefully we're covering information on the game bridge.